What's going on, guys? Goat here. I want to talk about the recent patch notes that came out on 5.26, and just kind of patch notes in general, and my thoughts on those, and my thoughts on weapon buffs in general, because I certainly have some thoughts on that. But let's get into the general fixes that they went over. The Thor Thunderclap that was kind of the biggest adjustment that they had as far as like variants go. And what they did is they narrowed the area in which the missile can automatically acquire a target. So you're not able to just sit there and spam R2, R2, R2 and get a bunch of kills that way. You're actually going to have to aim at where you're going. And they also added some counters to that score streaks in general for tracking missiles. So if a player's in phase shift or using active camo or has hardwired, any of those missiles won't track them. So I think that's pretty cool. It will, have people use different sort of rigs and different sort of abilities within those rigs to not get tracked by those missiles. So I always think stuff like that's good. It makes people want to use different things and not just use the same thing every time. So anytime you're able to do that, I think that's pretty cool. I wanted to talk about what most of you are probably interested in as well, and that's the weapon updates. So I'll start out with the first one, and that's the Augur Fury. The Augur, the Fury is the variant, and basically now the spread becomes increasingly tighter the longer you fire. If any of you have used this gun, you know that it's a mini gun, so you're kind of holding down the trigger. So the more that you're holding down the trigger, that fire rate is going to accelerate, and it's also going to get tighter. So it's not going to be spread out all over the place. So that's a definite buff for that one. Another one that they did is the RVN. And ranges have been slightly reduced, but fire time between bullets have been reduced as well. I don't know how often you guys have used this gun, but I've kind of put it aside because it just, between those two bullet bursts it's too long. I ended up getting killed, pretty often because of it. So this is good, I think. I think that having that burst be a little quicker is going to make more people want to use that. I haven't tried it out yet. Maybe I'll do a video if you guys want to see the class setup with that RVN. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. The VPR, they brought the shortest damage range in slightly, so that's good for the VPR. The Trencher bumped some aim down sight sway values back towards SMG characteristics. Still should feel closer to ARs in this regard. So that's all right for that gun. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. This gun kind of is what it is. It's a relatively good gun, and nothing here has changed that. So not a whole lot to talk about there. The HR Gemini hipfire accuracy improved slightly. So I got this gun after I finished the mission team. I forget which one it was, but I used it a lot on those close range levels. It's just really, really fun to use. And I don't know how much you guys know about that one, but that one, you can't aim down sights or anything like that. It's hip fire akimbos. You can put some laser sights on them. It's pretty awesome. So that's cool that they buffed that a bit. And then the one that you're probably most interested about hearing is the Volk. And what they did is the side-to-side recoil has been toned down slightly. This is huge news for this gun. It was a great gun to begin with, and then they nerfed it a little bit, gave it a little bit more kick, and it was so hard to use. And I was so bummed because I had just gotten the Volk Corruption, which is one of the epic versions. And so I was bummed when that happened, but so I just really hadn't used it much. And so this was huge, so I figured I would do some gameplay for you guys. That's the gameplay you're watching right now. I'm using the Volk Corruption, and that, it's available to anybody if you want to use some salvage. And what that does, it has the no money perk, which is every kill grants a little bit more XP, so that's always good. Especially if you have the Mark II variant, then that's a lot more. And then it has Sharpshooter, which is increased damage at range, and it stacks with Particle Amp. So what I'm using there is using the Elo sight, which is huge for me, the foregrip, which is absolutely needed on this gun. Quick draw, absolutely needed on this gun. Suppressor, you can either take that on or off, and then particle amp, which stacks with the built-in perk there. So I wanted to give you guys some gameplay. I think I went 50 and 5, so it was very good. I wanted to get that out and kind of feel for it and see if it was, closer to what it was, which it certainly is. So I'll be using this gun a lot more. If there's any class ups you guys want to see with this gun, just let me know. I have no problem making that. And if you have any questions, make sure to drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Goats out.
Shots out. Eyes on target. Danger close. Shots out. Enemy UAV. Solid copy. Engaging. Friendly drone support is active. Shaken bandits. Bugging out. The enemy launched a counter UAV. UAV on standby. Enemy movement is hot. Triangulating positions. Allied drone package entering airspace. Friendly drone support is active. We're winning this fight. Friendly counter UAV online. Friendly drone support is active. Mission accomplished. I knew you had it in you.